I do want to invite up to the stage Dr. Tariq Abu Ghazala, pardon for the pronunciation, Director of Economic Policies Directorate at the Office of His Majesty King Abdullah Ibn Al Hassan, the Royal Hashemite Court, for his presentation for unlocking the potential of Jordan's blue economy. That's okay. But first, if we could just give a round of applause for our panel. Please, Dr. Tariq, over to you.
Thank you, good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to highlight what we have been talking from a more strategic and a national point of view. My background does not fulfill, your knowledge in terms of ocean science, whatever. The only relation, I'm a diver. So this is the only hobby, and I want to preserve it, to see my sons as part of that hobby. I learned a lot from you, and I want to share our approach into the change and transformation and where our experience fit within the overall transformation that Jordan is moving and utilizing the blue ocean into its fundamental economic growth. What I learned today that blue economy is part of economic growth and climate change. And this is the proposition we are trying to take forward in order to expand the related sector in Jordan to accommodate more job opportunity or economic opportunity. It was stimulated from His Majesty's vision going into modernizing our economy. In Jordan, our major challenge is basically unemployment. We have a high unemployment. So we embarked on a vision to improve the opportunity for creating more employment opportunity for our youth. And we are a youth-centric society. So the challenge is quite big. And in Jordan, we have almost 30 universities. Education level is quite high, so our graduates are educated, are talented, but they lack the opportunity. So we embarked on a vision to create 1 million job opportunity in the coming 10 years. And the fundamentals of this vision is to look at any opportunity that sectors can be expanded to accommodate investment and job opportunity and future careers for our entrepreneurs. So a very vital element was sustainability and green economy plus the blue ocean economy. So in the map you can see Jordan has a very limited coastal line, very, very limited. However, as part of our commitment, we still believe that this coastal line can play at least a bigger role to accommodate the advancement of the local community. And this was a major issue when we started to dovetail our programs, strategic programs. So when we elevated the vision, we highlighted the target, future target, and cascaded through a policy and strategic plans with action and anticipated impact. And this is where the real test, whether we achieve this impact or not. So there is a burden on the government, everyone, to achieve that in the front of the eyes of our nation. And transparency is a key in this issue, because at the end you are utilizing public money to move forward with program and plans. Still funding is an issue, so we couldn't rely heavily on funding. So our mindset, how do we invite investor, private sector, to move with us into the blue economy, and I will shed light on some of the aspects you mentioned, that we are trying to create a model that attracts investment and look from a commercial point of view for viability and sustainability. Because governments, as on, they cannot really push forward a lot of the financing and funding for this project because some priority may differ in different countries. So moving forward with this element, it allowed Jordan Vision to focus on blue economy, not only for biodiversity, but to enhance all business aspects that relates to Aqaba in specific. The first thing was to preserve the main issue, which is the marine life. In alignment with a lot of the treaties we are signing in, we managed to approach the 30-30 by preserving 7 kilometers as the Aqaba reservation part. I know 7 kilometers when you are talking about, front lines like Nice, whatever, it's nothing, but it means a lot to us because this is the only way we can preserve the future, having said that Jordan acquires the most healthier color in the world and most resilient for temperature. So in order to move forward, we had to look to enhance our economy without affecting the source of growth for our next generation. So that was a challenge. And that had a positive effect and a negative effect, because when you preserve it, a lot of fishermen will stop having good jobs. So our solution should accommodate extra job opportunity for these fishermen and their family. So you have to balance between moving forward and preserving the wealth of the current nation. So that was the first element in order to move forward in preserving our front line. And I tried to put some pictures, real pictures from Aqaba. These are real pictures. I want to invite everyone to have the chance to visit Aqaba. It's not only from an ocean point of view, because ecotourism is a major pillar to move forward, because our vision relies on 3 main drivers, which is the economic growth, quality of life, and the sustainability. And the vision entails that we want to elevate Aqaba to be one of the top 100 cities, livable cities in the world. So it's a challenging target. It's a small coastline, but a big ambition. That's why we realized we cannot do it alone. We attracted a lot of the experts, Philippe and his team, Lola as well, to help us. We didn't want to reinvent the wheel. We wanted to build on the successes to ensure the synergy can evaluate the impact on a higher scale at the end of the day. So the first thing, we wanted to preserve the main coast. Then we looked at expanding the strategic plans, how to improve life through better business in the blue economy. So we looked at different parameters. I will not dwell on a lot of details, but we managed to collect proper data in the sea, in the air quality. A lot of these data are analyzed. We are luckily, Jordan is becoming the hub for Blue Raman, which is a high internet line moving from India to Europe. The speed of that line is 1 terabyte per second. So the processing power is quite high, and we are building on that in order to move forward and to utilize these data points in analysis and AI in future. And this is a very, very important element for us to be able to have factual decision making for the government. Okay? And one of the biggest challenge we have, Jordan is the second poorest country in the world in terms of water resources. So we are embarking with a consortium, French consortium, on having a desal in Jordan. I'll give you an example. The average human being use of water is around 1,000 meter cube per year. In Jordan, the average is 70. So the utilization of power, of water is very important. But on the contrary, we are very advanced in renewable energy. We are the second after Norway in terms of renewable energy combination in energy supply. So we are trying to utilize this with the scarcity of water to lower the cost of desal and move it to Amman. So Aqaba is really the heart to Amman well-being. Amman is our capital. It's around 400 kilometers away from Aqaba. So Aqaba is generating a happier quality of life for the nation through the desal and carrying all the aspect of environment conservation, etc., etc. And this is where blue economy is seen as an essential part rather than a luxury part. Especially when poor nation like Jordan, they set their priority very well. We don't have the luxury of money, so we have to really expand the impact of every dollar, every JD we spend. Did it pay off? Thank God it did. From an economical point of view, Aqaba was the fastest reduction in unemployment. We were able in 4 years to reduce unemployment through blue economy 26%. And this is what makes sense when I'm talking to people who finance, who banks. This is the double impact you were talking about. Not only return on investment, but as well the social impact. And because these people will pay tax eventually. So it's a vicious cycle. The more they work, better money will come into the system and you expand your own GDP, because one of our targets is to double our GDP eventually. And lastly, I want to assure from the learning we learn, it's a journey, not a destination. That means it requires hard work, a lot of partnership, a lot of engagement of local communities as well to support you to move forward. Because really, the theory of change is very important when it comes to local community. It's a make or break. Because you have to show them that I'm doing that for the sake of the nation, for the sake of your second generation. And we are open, really, to move forward with any partnership. I'm proud with our partnership with Voyacy and as well the Economist. We have been working with the Economist for the last 2 years. We had our regional conference in the Dead Sea, the lowest point on Earth. And we are working now with them because we are having an ocean event next year to highlight blue economy and technology aspect in general. And we are working as well with the Economists in 2 years' time to invite the global virgin to Jordan. Everyone is welcome. We want to learn from anyone. We are open and we believe in success. You need two to tango. You cannot enjoy life alone. You have to sustain for the future well-being. We're happy to tango with anyone. Okay, we need to support and thank you for the time and open.